And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And it's the Hawks to start out. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. That one goes. Count it. And here's Rose.
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Drops in the layup for 2.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Here's Hudson. We're about 1 minute into the first. Pass to Wilkins. Knocked away. 4 on the shot clock. Outside Rose. Here's Pippen. Now here's Pippen. Here's Rose. And that one's good.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Pass to Mutombo. Here's Hudson. Back to Mutombo. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Now here's Rodman. Back to Pippen. Jordan with it. They get it again. And here's Rose. Outside Pippen. Now Jordan. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Hudson. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. And the layup's good off the glass. Rose with the ball. That's blocked. Here is Korver. Goes up to the stripe. Count the bucket. 5 points in the game.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Pass to Rose. Leads him in there. Here's Rodman. Battles through traffic and lays it in. The Hawks trailing. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Hudson. That one wide left. Now Jordan. Pass to Rose. Outside Jordan. And the 3 off target. And the Hawks with possession. Outside Wilkins. Here is Korver. Here is Korver. He's got 5. Outside Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Off target at the rim.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's Hudson. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Now Wilkins. And that one's good.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
And here's Rose. He has 6. Outside Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 1. Pass to Hudson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now here's Rose. To the inside. From 11 feet away. There's the bucket. Good. And Atlanta has possession. Here's Hudson to the paint. Now here's Wilkins. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Chicago trailing here. Rose with the ball. 6 points for him. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 8 points for him. Atlanta with the ball. Here's Hudson. Right side Wilkins. Just 5 on the clock. That's good.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Outside Rose. Pass to Pippen. Michael Jordan on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. Here's Hudson. And here is Mutombo. Now Mutombo. Here's Hudson. Outside Rose. Gilmore. Rodman controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Here is Korver. He's got 5. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. A 3-ball. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Offside Pippen. He lobs it up. Atlanta with the ball. 6-point game. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. Will it go? That's good. 7 points in the game.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Here's Rose. Outside Jordan. Rodman takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Here's Hudson. He's got 7. Atlanta calls timeout. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Pass to Smith. Smith left side. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over him.
Here is Armstrong. Blocked. And here is Teague. Smith outside. Pass to Willis. Back to Smith. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. Again, the Hawks good for 2. Chicago leading. Back to Love. From 12 feet out. Good! Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I also want to point out how good he is at positioning himself defensively near the bucket. He knows how to draw a charge.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first one falls. And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Chicago with the ball. Here is Armstrong. Left side Butler, and he makes good on the layup.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Teague. Here is Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Pass to Armstrong. Butler with the ball. 5 on the clock. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Now here's Teague. Horford. Here's Smith. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Here's Sloan. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Back to Love. Sloan fires the 3. And the Bulls another 3.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
The Hawks trailing. Outside Teague. Pass to Willis. Now Millsap. 1 second left. And he hits the buzzer beater. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls. Stay with us as we get... All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls? Here is Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Pass to Noah. Here is Armstrong. Sloan. Just 5 to shoot. Butler with the ball. And it's rejected. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Hawks making a change here. And here comes Rivers. Outside, Maravich. Out to Smith. Launches it. Shot is off.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Bulls making a change here. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Now Butler. There's the pick. Pass to Kukoc. Traps in the tray.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
And here's Maravich. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Just 4 to shoot. Kukoc with the steal. Right side, Butler. Pass to Armstrong. Now here's Kukoc. Now here's Kukoc. It's stolen by Smith. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Rose. 8 points for him. Left side, Dang. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. The Hawks making a switch here. Dang hits them both. And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 7. Outside, Maravich. Pass to Rivers. Back to Maravich. 5 to shoot. From the arc. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And here are the Bulls now. Rose with the ball. 8 points for him. Left side, Dang. Back to Rose. The finger roll finish at the bucket. He's got 10.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Pippen. Pass to Kukoc. Now Rose. Left side Rose. From deep three-point range. Now Pippen. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And here's Rivers. Now Maravich. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Chicago leading. Now here's Pippen. He's guarded by Rivers. Right side Pippen. Outside Rose. Back to Pippen. Right side Pippen. Good on the shot. Now Rivers. They set the pick. Pass to Wilkins. Maravich with it. In Atlanta again with the bucket. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Hawks making a switch here. It's a close game here in Chicago. Now here's Pippen. Pippen with it. Right side, Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from the right block, and it's blocked. Here's Hudson. He's got 7. Outside, Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. He's covered by Rose. Here's Hudson. Fader on the way. The shot is off.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on it, they expect him to make it.
Clean hard off that pick and finish strong. Pass to Wilkins. Guarded by Pippen. Here is Korver. Here's Hudson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades. Korver. Good. 7 points in the game. Now Jordan. 7 points in the game. Pass to Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Hudson. He has 7. Down low. Hit it. And he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Now Rose. It's stolen by Mutombo. Here's the break. Right through the D for the layup. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Rodman. Now Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Here's Hudson. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Stolen by Rose. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. 14 points for him.
And his body control is something else I like about him. I'm not sure how he does it, but the way he's able to hang in the air and change his shot to get it around the defender is purely amazing.
Here is Korver. Mutombo. Backing him down. Clock at 6. Here is Korver. Fires for 3. That's good.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Rose. Pippen with it. There's the screen. Jordan. Lets it fly. Nice jump shot. Good. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hudson. 7 points in the game. Now here's Wilkins. Guarded by Pippen. Shoots from the block. Shot is blocked.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Good.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
The Hawks trailing. Back to Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. There's a screen. Goes up on top. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
Number 1.
The first free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. Both good from the line that time. So it's Atlanta now. 6-point game. Pass to Millsap. Baseline J on the way. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Pippen. To the middle. Outside for Jordan. That three off the mark.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Back to Millsap. Here is Korver. 4 on the clock. Mutombo inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He's off on the first. And the Bulls making a change here. He hits the second from the line. Chicago leading. Now here's Rose. He's got 18. Pass to Noah. Outside Rose. And here's Love. 6 to shoot. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here's Hudson. He's got 7. Back to Wilkins. From the wing. Left side Wilkins. Jordan with the rebound. And here's the break. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Every time it gets scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Tipped away. Rose with the ball. Pass to Jordan. Fires from deep. And that does it for the first half of play. Bulls out front. Second half about to start here in just a few moments. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one. Outside Pippen. Back to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. And he lays it straight in. 20 points for him.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Hudson. From downtown. Rebounded by Rodman. Outside Pippen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Up high to stop the alley-oop. Little over net gone here in the second half. Here is Korver. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. Wide open. And he drops that one in. He's got 9.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Right side Jordan. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Jordan, no good on the free throw. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here is Korver. 10 points for him. Outside Wilkins. Pass to Hudson. Hit it. Here's Mutombo. Sinks that one from the post. He's got 5. Now Rose. He's got 20. Outside Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Off the screen, and he gets it to go.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Atlanta calls timeout. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here is Korver. Pass to Hudson. He's against Jordan. The tray. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
That's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Here is Korver. Outside Wilkins. Here is Korver. Hits it from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Hudson. Here is Korver. Here's Hudson. Shot clock at 6. With the lead pass. And the basket by Mutombo.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Now Pippen. He has 6. Pass to Rose. Shoots from the elbow. And the jumper falls for him. He's got 22.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas. And the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And here is Mutombo. He's got 7. Here's Hudson. Here is Korver. Kyle Korver again from deep. 16 points for him. Chicago leading. Outside Rose. Throws it up high. Here's Hudson. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Wilkins. Mutombo hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Now here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Outside Rose. And here is Jordan. Clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Again, Chicago.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Pass to Wilkins. Guarded by Pippen. Left side Wilkins. Poked away. Fast break. Here we go. Right side, Jordan. Rose. And that one's good. He's got 24.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Wilkins, that's good. Pippen with it. He has 6. Pass to Rose. They set the pick. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
Well, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Headed. Mutombo with the ball. And the basket by Mutombo.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Here's Pippen. Outside Rose. Jordan. Backing down. Outside Pippen. 6 to shoot. Good on the triple. He's got 9.
There's no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Hudson. And it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. Here is Korver. A second chance effort. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Defended by Wilkins. Back to Rose. 11 feet out and he hits it. And he has 28 points for the game.
They're in the position they're in right now thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Headed. Blocked. But he recovers it. Rose with the ball. 28 points for him. Left side, Jordan. Takes the 13-footer. Misses off the left iron.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Hudson. He's got 9. Pass to Wilkins. No one. Now Pippen. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Rose. Now here's Jordan. Count that one. Here's Hudson. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Wilkins with the ball. Pass to Hudson. Trying to get back on track. And the shot is good. He's got 12.
He had 1 in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Outside Rose. Now Pippen. Right side Pippen. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And that one's good by Rodman.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now here's Wilkins. Here is Korver. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Now here's Pippen. The layup off target. Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
This has not been a pretty picture. I certainly expected a better game than what we've gotten so far.
Back to Wilkins. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Atlanta making some changes, and he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. That free throw good from Wilkins. Chicago with the ball. Here is Armstrong. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Buck. Back to Kukoc. And the Bulls, another three.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Here is Maravich. Wilkins. Here's Willis. And Willis gets it to go.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here is Armstrong. Pass to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Butler. And here is Dang. And yes, sir, that one drops. Here's Maravich. The shot will not go. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's... Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And here comes Teague. There's a good screen. Pass to Horford. Inside, Willis. And the layup is good.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here is Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Smith. Smith, left side. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam. "60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Sloan. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
And the Bulls making a change here. Smith with it. Pass to Maravich. Here's the floater. And they're pushing it up. Here's Sloan. Sloan, shot is off. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside, Maravich. They set the pick. Back to Horford. Goes up the baseline. That falls. Nice feed that time from Pete Maravich. Chicago leading. Here is Armstrong. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Butler. Clock at 4. Rebound by Smith. And here's Maravich. And he banks in the layup. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Here is Armstrong. Pass to Butler. It's stolen by Smith. Teague with the ball. Teague left side. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Now, here is Maravich. 6 on the shot clock. Right side, Maravich. Three on 3. Here's Sloan. Pass to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Noah with it. Here's the screen. Here's Sloan. Sloan's shot is off.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Out to Smith. Backing down. Smith right side. On the mark with the 15-footer. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. So it's Chicago now. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Pass to Noah. Here's Sloan. Now Love. Here's Sloan. Sloan shot is off.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Here is Maravich. Smith outside. Outside Teague. Outside Maravich. There's the pick. Three-pointer. The shot is off.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Pass to Armstrong. Here's Sloan. Wallace with it. Here's Sloan. They need this one. Sloan, that's good.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. I think it's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if he keeps missing those kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
Puts it up from 17, and that's off the glass and in. Atlanta with the ball. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Now Maravich. Pass to Smith. Clock at 6. No good. Here is Armstrong. It's stolen by Smith. And here we go. Smith right side. Horford. And the shot is good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Sloan. Back to Love. From the baseline. And it's Chicago scoring again. And here's Maravich. Looking to get back on track here. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Just 2 makes on 7 shots this quarter, and he just looked lost out there in the fourth. It's obvious he doesn't have any confidence right now.
And here are the Bulls now. Now here's Butler. Pass to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. Shot from 16. Good on the jump shot.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Maravich with it. Here's Hudson. Here's Hudson. A fader. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Now Pippen. Outside Butler. Back to Pippen. Pass to Rose. The rim-rattling two-handed jam. The Hawks trailing. And here's Maravich. Here's Hudson for 3. Rose with the rebound.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay. Just the shot they wanted. Point-blank range.
Here's Hudson. Pass to Maravich. Maravich left side. Here's Hudson. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, they couldn't hook up there on what's really a pretty basic pass.
Hawks making a switch here. And here is Rodman. Jordan inside. Rose. Back to Jordan. Outside Rose. And a big-time jam right there. This Hawks squad is troubling. Atlanta calls timeout. Here is Korver. They get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. On defense, Chicago. At one point, they led by 16. Now here's Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Shot denied. Rose with the ball. Rebounded by Dikembe Mutombo. Pass to Hudson. Head it. Here's Hudson. Head it. And shot. No good.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
Here's Rose. Rodman. Here's Jordan. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
Here is Korver. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Hudson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
Pass to Jordan. Backs down. No dice from 9 feet out.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Stolen by Rose. Now Pippen. Outside Rose. Now here's Jordan. He's covered by Hudson. Here's Rodman. Gilmore. And at last, they get one to fall. Here is Korver. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Wilkins. Guarded by Pippen. Wilkins, that's good.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse.
Now here's Rose. And here's Pippen. Poke loose. And here's Pippen. And so Chicago. Derrick Rose.